Hi, people. This is Gio from Aroundtable, and today I'll be talking the whole series of the Shadow War, which started with this one here, Alpha. Now, don't forget, and these are my other covers that I like. This is another one. Now, if you know it, this one here should be Katie Pryor and Wolverine of the X-Men Future Past. That's why I love this cover here. And then these other two, it's because, come on, look at the art. Look at it. Oh, carumba. And then this one over here too. Beautiful covers. I mean, sometimes the covers it's a dollar more, but there's some of them you cannot say no. So, anyways, the writer is Joshua Williams. Artist, there's different artists, which I kind of like because in here, okay, there's Robin, which I read from 12 to 14, Deathstroke from 7 to 9, Batman 122 to 123. Then you have, of course, the Alpha, the Omega, and the Zone there. And the artists are they all look kind of alike, which is great because sometimes you have this crossover and one art, for example, they're fighting against this demon. He looks one way, one comic book, then he looks another way, another way, and then if this artist who draws, example, this serpent superhero looks one way, then when he appears on the other title, he looks a different way. This one here, it's a smooth transaction, which I kind of liked. Story overall, and mind you, it was pretty good. But here it is. It's very good. It's very comic-y and like a bit more realistic. But then this is Joshua Williams. This is his thing, like he did with Justice League Incarnate. It's overblown and doesn't. It comes too cartoonish kind of sense, but it's pretty good as it is. But it gets too cartoonish because all that fight with the Shadow, with the team he has, the Secret Society, and Batman's family in there. And there's never any militaries or army or other superheroes or villains in there while this is happening. It's like so much like, oh, this is happening, but nobody's around there. And this is happening, nothing is happening over there. So that's the part. And look, it's pretty good. These are the thing which, of course, I'm gonna blame it on Joshua Williams. As good as he is, but he gets too cartoonish and he gets too flamboyant. Oh yeah, this is gonna happen. Oh yeah, people will be freaking out. This and that. Okay, here it is. Okay, in a part, or it's a sport. About the villain of the okay, and the whole story. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm dragging up because you know why? As good as it is, the mistakes he did is a rookie mistake. Okay, and these are the rookie mistakes that peeved me off. It's like this guy could like what I could have wanted to say was amazing. Go for it, the best of the best. His is a little kid mistake, okay? Now, the villain, of course, okay, what happens is this, okay? Wala Ghul and his daughter Talia, they want to make a public statement of all the mistakes they did and what happens in this. And Wala Ghul gets assassinated, okay? Right in the head. By a so wannabe Deathstroke. So everybody thinks it's Deathstroke, but it wasn't really Deathstroke because he was somewhere else, which he meets his clone version from the Robin series, okay, from Below 12, okay, from the Lazarus Island, if I remember I pronounced it right. It's a clone of Talia and the genes of Deathstroke. And they made this kid, and he looks like the brother, almost, he looks like the twin brother, almost, give or take, of Damien, but at the same time, he looks like Deathstroke was Slade. So finally he feels like, okay, the universe is forgiving me because I'm doing more good than bad, and they're re-giving me a son that I lost. But then after, for example, he gets killed and he dies, and Deathstroke Knight goes on a rampage, and more or less from this series, Deathstroke's never been the way he's supposed to be, like the Deathstroke of Tony S. Daniel series, which is the best of the Deathstroke. But anyway, I'm looking at the time because you guys. So the whole point of the series and everything. So he goes on a rampage, and Talia is out for blood. They want anything Deathstroke, anything associates around him who worked with him or still work with him, all killed because he killed her father. So the whole thing is okay, and the submission, and Deathstroke's son. Well, he's was he dead too bad. Spoiler alert. Was Respawn, which I probably Tom McFarlane is crying. What Spawn is it? But they put Re in front of Spawn, so they can do nothing. It's kind of legally done, no? And then other. So Respawn, what happened is in the storyline, they used to dissect him and take organs from him to heal Damien because his grandfather didn't want him to use the Lazarus pit. So if his liver was cut or hurt or got stabbed, they'll take out his liver. They'll take the liver of Respawn and put it in there with no medicine, no nothing, no painkiller, and he endured, right? So this kid is supposed to have the healing properties less than Deathstroke. Now he fights with Talia. Okay, now here's one thing pisses me off. Deathstroke has her. He thinks it's a sword. Now I don't know if I don't know if it's the God Killer sword. But I think it's the Icon sword, which is energy and everything. So he's going for the kill, and she stops. Not with two hands, like Japanese movie or Chinese movie. They slap the blade and they hold it. No, like this with blood coming out. Okay, and because she's like, I'm the dragon. Okay, excuse me. He punched you before, or somebody punched you through a whole series, but that page, 2-3 pages before that, he punched and she felt and everything, but all of a sudden her skin could take a blade of a sword that cuts through metal. There's no tomorrow, and she's able to do it. Now, if he would have done this way, I would have let it pass. But no, a grip. The thumb doesn't disappear. No, all of a sudden, and okay, that's one humongous mistake. Then the same page or the page later, she stabs him in the heart through the thing right here to go through his heart. Okay. And Deathstroke dies. Now, if they're able to dissect, Respawn with no painkiller and everything, take organs from him and this and that to help Damien, okay? And he lives through it, and he has a fourth of or a fraction with Deathstroke. He gets stabbed in the heart and he's already dead. I mean, in the internet, people are comparing Deathstroke to Wolverine, healing factor, blah, 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 blah. Wolverine could half his body could be burned completely. It would be bones, and he'll still be able to regenerate. Even with the heart, the damn. I mean, if there's a little DNA left, he's able to regenerate. So avoid comparisons, or if you get your story writers on the same page because you're buffed it up like big time. Anyways, and then there's the another part. Okay, this because I wrote it down because I don't want to forget nothing. Okay, that's another part that pissed me off big time. So Deathstroke is dead, and then they put him in the Lazarus pit, and he's saying, "Oh, here's the new." They go into the crisis of the dark crisis of DC and all that. Youpie doo. Deathstroke's not supposed to be dead anyways. Here's the other thing, and the Omega the ending is that finally you see Deathstroke coming out, the imposter. And he's seen all the nice tight costumes, all nicely fit and everything. And then he takes out his costume just to reveal who he really is. Okay. Now the costume 2 seconds ago was tightly fit and there was no bulges anywhere. Where when he takes out his costume, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I had a feeling it was him already anyways. And where is his amulet of the bracelet, or he had the extra belt and this? There was no bulges before. I mean, they shouldn't just show him like it's Deathstroke. He has a cape, whatever, a hoodie, whatever you want to call it, a long hood and everything, and he rips everything apart. Then it would be not bad. But no, they had a tight costume. He's coming down the room, whatever you want to call it, and then he rips it apart, and it's like, okay, where are the budgets before? How did that costume be under that costume that you didn't even know there was a costume be under that costume? You know, again, it comes stupid again, you know? So that's it. Oh yeah, and the Secret Society, because I'm reading, because you know what, because I write sometimes, because sometimes I see things and I forget it, and I'm trying to do it before 10 minutes. So that's it. I mean, as good as it is, I mean, Joshua Williams, that's what he is. He's good. He has good intention, but then he wants to make it bigger than it is. And he could do it, but more realistic. It gets too cartoonish. The fighting scene, all the shadows and this, different division of the shadows and everything from different places. They get involved, and it becomes like I go there. Okay, I understand where he's going through, but the thing is, my reason is Cena done it. But if I was in the youngish age, I'd probably go, hey, it's good, yeah, well, action and everything. But if you look, sit down and goes, okay, it doesn't make sense 100%. No, but it was so close. This one here, like some other one, the botches he makes before that. Okay, it's incredible. It's like really over exaggerated. Reminding me of the comic books of the 80s and the 90s, which is like too much for nothing. It's like hunting a deer with a machine gun. That it's which is metal piercing bullets at the same time. Why? You know. So that's the same thing with this. It's over exaggerated. It's good, but it was close to being perfect. So this guy would just downsize a little bit more. It went perfect. So now I surpassed 10 minutes. That's 11 minutes. Let you go. Geo out. And you're going to see this t-shirt, sweater again because I'm doing as many podcasts as I can today. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.